Who are you?
I'm Judy Clark.
How did you know Isabel?
I knew Isabel, it must be 25 years ago when she was involved in the Blackstaff Health Profile, and she was on the management of the Olympia. Was she on the management of Olympia?
Describe Isabel in 3 words.
Passionate, inspiring and determined.
What's your most cherished memory of her?
I was in a meeting once and there was Belfast City Council representative in the meeting, and he came in and he hadn't a clue what he was talking about, and we were trying to organise an event or to do with the Blackstaff Health Profile, and your nanny Isabel more or less told him to get out and go and get somebody who was more qualified, who could come with answers, and she held her ground and she took us to the table and she said, bring me back somebody that can talk to me, and we want somebody who from Belfast City Council who can be a representative and not somebody that they've sent just to answer questions. So she just wiped the floor with him completely.
That sounds like her.
That was just her.
What is your funniest memory of her?
That would be a funny one because she just, like, it was all Blackstaff Health Profile committee members, and your man, the fella came in and he was giving no answers, and she just said, right, hold on a minute, and the head and the attitude and stuff, and she says, you're not here to do what we wanted, you go away and bring somebody here. We want somebody who's here who can help and do what we want. She just stopped at me completely. She says, I'm not wasting my time sitting here. She's so determined.
What does she mean to you?
As a woman from the area, I didn't know Isabel until I joined the Blackstaff Health Profile, and then I started working in the Women's Centre, so I went and represented along with Shirley on the Blackstaff Health Profile. And for her, at her age, because she would have been well in her 60s possibly, 25 years ago, 65 maybe she would have been. And for her to be so passionate and a really inspiring woman, local woman from this area, who was determined that she was helping set up the Blackstaff Health Profile and be involved in this area and what this area meant to her.
What was her biggest achievement in your eyes?
Regarding the Blackstaff Health Profile, well, the Women's Centre then we came out of that as part of the Women's Centre was identified a need for the Women's Centre for a training organisation for women in the area, and she was paramount in that the Women's Centre then would be started up, as far as I remember, and then just really our activities to do with the Blackstaff Health Profile, fun days that have been up in Olympia, and anything that she would agree to join into anything. She was just wanted to represent the area.
Okay. Did she ever inspire you?
She did in the meetings that she, for to have, I don't know what her background would have been, where she had worked and stuff, but she was able to hold her own in the meetings and be a determined woman and a woman, because I'd only just started coming in the Women's Centre at that stage, and I had no really thoughts about women's centres, but she was an independent, strong woman, and she was determined what she was doing. So she would inspire me that way, that she could hold her own in a meeting and just should focus on what she wanted to do, and she wasn't going to deter from it. She just wanted to be part of the Blackstaff Health Profile. And
what will you remember her for?
Her determination and her commitment to whatever she started, that she wanted to continue and do what she wanted to do and see it through.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Eleanor Jordan and I work at Windsor Women's Centre.
Okay. How did you know Isabel?
Well, Isabel was part of the Blackstaff Health Survey, and they were the people who showed that there was a need for working with women in the village area, and then they've got money to start the Women's Centre.
Yeah. Describe Isabel in 3 words.
Isabel was full of energy. She was so dynamic, but I think she was just inspiring to local women, and she was very persistent.
Okay.
Very persistent.
What's your most cherished memory of her, or vivid memory?
Well, Isabel actually interviewed me for the job here in Olympia. The interviews were held with Jenny Oliver, so it was very nice that she interviewed me, and then I was successful with the job.
And how many years are you here now?
I have now been here 27 years
Wow.
coming September, and I started job sharing with Joy Peats. So then it was very modern to look at a job share,
Yeah.
and for 2 women, and I just had a baby, Rosie, and had a toddler, Harry. So I worked 5 mornings a week. So people who had that vision to allow women to contribute, and then Joy worked every afternoon, and that worked very well with us for years. But it was that idea of giving women some power to do something, but you don't have to work full time.
Yeah.
I think that's quite nice.
What was your funniest memory of her?
I think the funniest memory was at my interview, and I'll share this. They were running late, so I had to go and breastfeed Rosie. And in those days, it wasn't very acceptable, and they were in toilets. No, and I'd actually borrowed a dress off my mum for an interview because I had no good clothes, and it was a lovely navy dress, you know, double-breasted. And then you opened the buttons here, and I only realised after I left the interview that I'd actually buttoned myself up wrong. And the whole interview, my buttons had been all wonky, and I was so glad that nobody pointed it out to me and nobody said, because it would have thrown me in the interview. So I didn't realise these were all mismatched all the way up.
What did she mean to you?
I think she just showed me that there was a way that women in the village wanted change, and she was always there to talk to. She was full of common sense, Isabel. She just said it as it was. You knew that she would be honest, and that she just wanted you to do well. She wanted the new idea of a centre to do well, and that she could be positive, and I would see myself as an optimistic person. So that was very nice. We always thought there'd be a solution, there'll always be a way. We just had to find that way.
What was her biggest achievement in your eyes?
Well, I know she'd many achievements, and in Sandy Row and lots of places all around Olympia where she worked, but I suppose being part of a group that started the Women's Centre that's still going and is so successful, really that is an achievement for you as her family to see every day the buildings that we have.
Yeah. What will you remember her for?
I think her important sense of family. She was very keen that we'll get there, don't be worried today. I think it's probably her sense of purpose that you could achieve things, but she also realised that we all had families and no one wanted to work 40 hours a week, you know, how we could do work and raise our children. And also, I suppose the main thing is she wasn't judgmental. So you might raise your children a different way than I raised my children, as long as they're raised with love. And she was full of love for everybody, Isabel.
Did she ever inspire you?
Well, I suppose you just have to look around here to see. She could see now, you know, she wouldn't have known all these wonderful modern buildings, but she was sure that there was a will for the women who lived here to change their lives. And you can't be saying that as a worker who comes in who doesn't live here. You need to hear that echoed from women who live here and have been born and raised here. And she kept saying, women here want to change, women want education, they want childcare. So I think the fact that she was a resident and spoke for the area, which I can't do, that was the inspiration.
That's great, thank you very much.
My name is Melissa Linus.
How did you know Isabel?
Isabel was on our board here in GVRT.
Okay. Describe Isabel in 3 words.
Sharp, sometimes cross, funny.
Okay. What is your most cherished memory of her?
My visits to her when I was getting checks signed, and on one occasion she gave me a butter knife as a wedding present. Someone had given it to her, some relative from Canada, and I felt awful taking it because I thought the family were going to think I've stolen this. But she could give it to me as a gift.
That's so cool. That's her sister.
Oh, right.
Her sister's in Canada. What's your most cherished, oh no, I said that. What's your funniest memory of her?
Probably during meetings when she was quite outspoken. She didn't care if there was anybody posh or, you know, quite influential in the room. She just said what she thought. Can't think of a specific occasion because it probably happened most times when she was there.
What did she mean to you?
I have very fond memories of her, and she was probably more of a friend, even though she was like an old lady. Going to her house, I always had to factor in maybe an hour because of all the chat and talking about you and your sister, even though I didn't really know you at the time, but I knew a lot about you.
What was her biggest achievement in your eyes?
Goodness, one thing, it's hard to say because she was involved in so much, like the whole formation of GVRT, the whole instigation of the redevelopment of the area, so it's quite a lot.
Yeah. Okay. What will you remember her for?
In all honesty, probably smoking a lot.
Yeah, always a pack of cigarettes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And her wit and her real desire for the area.
Okay. Did she ever inspire you?
All the time, yeah. Just because she did everything voluntarily, and because she was like an older lady, and even though like on the sort of towards the end she got more frail and she didn't get about the same, you know, you just went and picked her up and she came and never moaned about aches and pains, but yeah, she's very inspiring.
Okay. Thank you.